Lakith will be attending the University of Kansas, where he will be studying biomedical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Lakith Ranaweera.
Thanks, Anna. What a wonderful speech. I would never, ever miss this opportunity. I mean, I get to speak on a podium in front of thousands and thousands of people, as well as say whatever I want. I am deeply humbled. I am here, and I am very honored to be a graduation speaker. No one will take this opportunity away from me, even if Mr. Putin has tanks pointing directly at me. I don't always give graduation speeches, but when I do, I make sure I do it in front of a good-looking and talented class. Once again, thank you, class of 2014, for voting me speaker, but you guys will regret this, as much as taking North Korea as a serious security threat. First of all, with manners, if anyone here has a cell phone, please take a moment and make sure it's turned on. I wouldn't want y'all to miss a text or tweet while I'm giving my speech. In fact, I got a Twitter. Follow me at LakiRana321, that's LAKIRANA 321, just in case I tweet anything during my speech. Now, I would like to take a little moment to thank my family for being critical and supportive. Without them, I would not be here. I would like to thank our troops for all their sacrifices and for keeping us safe, and their families for all of their sacrifices that they've gone through. I must express my thanks to the administration for their dedication. I would like to thank my teachers for giving me knowledge, but more importantly, spending extra time with me. My peers must be thanked for being supportive and trying to keep up with me. And Bill Snyder defeating the Michigan Wolverines collegiate football team in the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl to do any of you guys watch The Big Bang Theory? To Leonard Hofstadter dating Penny not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but multiple times. Spoiler alert, they're engaged. Many things bring us together. We're saluting the 100th class of Manhattan High, just grown from a small, tiny school to a school with more than 1,600 students, with a very diverse student body. We are celebrating multiple years of school, where we were little chubby cute kids to mature adults. We are saluting Mr. Greg Hoyt for doing an outstanding job as a rookie principal. And finally, we're saluting to the fact that we did not have to go through the floods of City Hall. If there's one unchanging theme that runs throughout Manhattan High, is that everything changes, but change itself. We live in the digital and social media age, the age of movement and change, both revolutionary and evolutionary, and both good and evil. And in such a school like Manhattan High, it is an obligation to hold fast to the best of the past and move forward to the best of the future. And as I look into the field of our very diverse student body, I think to myself with one thought. Take that, Mussolini and Donald Sterling. Of course we won. Yeah, we did. I remember coming to the freshman center. All of us do. This place was as confusing as signing up for Obamacare online. We were scared to fit in. We were scared to hang out with certain types of people that would make us look like bozos. I mean, this building was completely different from our middle schools. But we're Kansans. We don't complain about every single issue like Californians. We find solutions to problems, and we're mighty fine at that. We've survived year 1, and it was onto the West Campus. And I seriously thought I could get away with my sophomore schedule, just like Bill Clinton thought he could get away with Monaco. Boy, was I wrong. Nobody, and I mean no one, warned me that I would have to give up watching TV all my life as a sophomore. When we went to the West Campus, we did many things. We took all these advanced placement classes. We did so many clubs and activities and stuff. And I think most people did it for their college application and scholarships. I mean, that's what I did. But then I realized that these classes and clubs are more than just what colleges look for. Guys, We learned how to be street smart in our English and history classes. We learned how to be great leaders through leadership decisions, whether that's student council, Spanish club, National Honor Society, etc., etc., etc. In our senior year, we applied for colleges. Some of us applied to just one school and knew it would be a joke if we didn't get in. Others applied to top-tier schools as well as safety schools. We applied for big-ish scholarships as well as local scholarships. There are people going to K-State, KU, top-tier schools, athletic schools, or joining the military. So it looks like our class knows what they're going to do with their lives. And and I'm sure we all applied for financial aid, and it seems like it's all good, like sweet. Our federal government that knows how many times I've searched Scarlett Johansson and yesterday wants to help fund my education. They will be happy to give us student loans, but we eventually have to pay them back. And though there are things we could have done differently, we made it, and we're choosing a lifestyle in future years to come. There are many things we're going to miss. We're going to miss Mr. David Jordan's Advanced Placement European class and his wrath against sneaky communist class. We are going to miss Mr. Timothy Higley's class, essentially letting us do whatever we want and learning about his unique life. Hey, this man has been teaching for 38 consecutive years, and this is his last year, so give this lad a big round of applause for all his hard work and dedication. We are going to miss Mr. Pat Lamb and his, my God, absolute fascination with biology. He is as fascinated with biology just as CNN is with the missing Malaysian airline flight. We're especially going to miss Mr. George. Little joke there. Mr. Harper making physical education fun and exciting. Kane Davis and his always happy and goofy personality that nobody, and I mean no one, could make him mad, except me. Dave Holloway and his purple slips. We're going to miss writing essays and getting help in math, and getting coffee at the Monopoly shop called Starbucks. But most importantly, we're going to miss each other. But it's not all bad. We've mastered the art of wasting time on Instagram and Vine and Edmodo. We have perfected the art of procrastination to that's a way of life. We snooze our alarm clocks to lose precious time. And for the guys, if you have mastered the art of talking to women at the high school level, think about how easy it would be at the collegiate level, or even at the international level. And before Ms. McLendon claims I'm being gender biased, I should say this applies to women as well. Now let's talk about our talents. We have more talent than the combination of the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Cubs. We chose to do exceptional in state. We chose to do well this year and to do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to achieve and others too. So many people doubted us at state. In cross country, our boys placed first and our girls got sixth. We defy the odds. Our forensics team with only 4 seniors and with a lot of underclassmen won state. We defy the odds. After an incredibly long time, our Science Olympiad team of geniuses and our skillful soccer boys worked hard to get us second in state. We defy the odds. No one predicted that our wrestling and music programs would be a success. We defy the odds. We were underdogs in the Mays football game, and we came back in 5 overtimes to beat them. Defimos las probabilidades. We define the odds. We also have numerous talents for many things for nerds and jocks. And let's not forget about the sports that happen in the spring. We are still a dominant force in track and field, and we've always had an outstanding baseball class. And our fans are another thing that keep us special. We're not bandwagon fans or just the Denver Broncos. Look at them, look how they turned out. They scored only 8 points in the Super Bowl. That's less than my Flappy Bird score. I believe that our fans that support our students at games or through social media are what has got us to do exceptional at state. This year has been interesting. Our government shut down. The drama department put on some very outstanding musicals. National Honor Society had its first fashion show. The Great Gatsby prom was a success. We kicked shirtless and tiger-stroke Putin, as well as his rod-coloring Russia, out of the G8. According to Ms. Fink, more students are taking more AP classes. So far, Captain America has made nearly $700 million at worldwide box offices. So in conclusion, Captain America has more money than regular America. It's great to be an Indian, and from Manhattan High. The city of Manhattan is a great place to spend fun with education. I first spent a year in Bergman, then 2 years in Anthony, to finish it off at this proud establishment of Manhattan High. And Bergman and Anthony were long. They were too long, in fact. But when high school came, it was bittersweet and quick and awesome. Now, do I miss school in beautiful New Zealand and the gangster streets of Boston? Of course I do. But would I want to spend my education elsewhere? Not at all. The path we have chosen for the present is full of hazards, just like any other path, but it is the one that is most consistent with our character and courage as a class. The cost of success is always high, but we have always paid it. And one path that we should never choose, and that is the path of giving up. We are one tribe, and we will always be one tribe. Now, we're going into the real world. For the first time ever, our parents will not be there to tell us to do our laundry or clean our room. When we got into trouble, our parents were there to bail us out. If you steal the Mona Lisa, you will go to jail. If you seek employment in Spain, the chances that you will be employed is significantly less than the chances that the state of Kansas will pass any kind of gun regulation. And if you destroy the world's largest economy, destroy the housing market, and kill lots of jobs, you will be rich and you get to keep your mansion. This is not the end. In fact, this is the beginning of something exciting. And even though we have to mature, we can still look young doing it. I mean, that's what John F. Kennedy did. That's what President JFK did. Speaking of which, he once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Our country has given me a place of safety and opportunity. It has given each and every one of us the same gifts, whether we acknowledge it or not. We have an obligation to give back to Manhattan High, Manhattan, Kansas, our country, and the world. Whether that is through military or economic actions, whether that's teaching the youth or helping the elderly, there are many opportunities. Bobby F. Kennedy once said, "The purpose of life is to contribute in some way to making things better." In my opinion, you are some what's called the greatest generation. Not many, but some. So far me. And I'm counting on you not to make me sound like an idiot for saying that. So be great. No pressure. Thank you, and I wish you guys the very best.
Thank you, Hannah and Lakith, for sharing your words with all of us. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2014 to you today, a class full of outstanding scholars, talented artists, gifted athletes, and future leaders. Class of 2014, please stand at this time. Dr. Shannon, Board President Herman, and members of the Board of Education, I present to you the class of 2014. All individuals present have met the requirements for graduation set by the USD 383 Board of Education and the state of Kansas. Please be seated.